Sure, he really enjoyed Malaysia. He said in his tour, Malaysia was either the best or one of the best.
Wow! Welcome back. So, Natalie, today all about one word: concerts. K-pop concerts. Or regardless of anything that happens on stage with idols, actors. So, Natalie, have you been to any K-pop concerts?
Ooh. My first K-pop concert was when I was way younger, and I think it was 동방신기.
Wait, you actually watched Domang Shinki live?
Yeah, 5 of them together.
What?
The original 동방신기.
Which era was that?
I think it was year 2005, 6. I don't remember the exact year, but it was too good. My friend was an artist, so her agency was like, "Hey, we can give you some tickets because now they're in the industry. You get free tickets." And they're like, 동방신기, of course I'll be
Oh
there.
my god, Cassiopeia forever!
Sophia. So I went to 동방신기, I went to Super Junior. These are all like free tickets that whoever gives me, or like free tickets because of whoever sponsored.
Yeah.
So I think 동방신기 and Super Junior were one of my first few. But I know you go to a lot even until today.
I'm not gonna lie, if like all my followers who follows me on social media, you guys know I fly very often. I watch a lot of artists. So currently in my lineup, recently I've watched 2NE1. I watched them twice. Once in Singapore, once in Malaysia. 2AM, N-Hyphen, NCT Dream, 17 in Singapore. I recently went as well.
Of course.
A lot more. I just lost count at this point.
Like at this point, I feel like every time there's a K-pop concert, I will sort of expect to see somewhat your
Alex
content
is always
dancing.
there.
Alex is always there, but you know, I can't help but wonder, Alex.
Yes.
你哪里有钱来? Where do you get the money to go to all of these concerts?
Okay. Well, I have to be honest. I have to put this statement out. People always think I may buy all of my tickets, but in reality, I do get sponsorships and invitations to cover concerts and events sometimes. Yes.
You get invitations.
I know. People find it hard to believe as well. But you know, cause with my following count, and people do want to see what it's like at the concerts, you know, what happens with the idols when they come to Malaysia. So I try to make it a point where I have a format. So every concert I go to, I produce the same sort of content so that organizers can see, oh, it's okay to invite him to come and make coverage for a certain event or concert. And I have the best time there because I love every other artist that comes. Yeah.
Alex is the best keeping himself updated with K-pop, and of course, you do one of the most interesting and organic content when it comes to. So if I was the organizer, I would invite you too, but I just didn't think it was an available job vacancy. That's crazy.
Yeah. But to be fair, doing this has a lot of trial and error.
Oh.
Yeah, not right off the bat. People are giving me tickets. You know, there are also a lot of times where I'm trying with my content, and I also reached out to organizers and asked, hey, would you like me to cover this and this? I can offer this, and in return,
Oh, okay. So there's also that trying to reach out, but also because of your reputation in the industry as one of the strongest K-pop or like K-content influencers in Malaysia.
Yes.
You're getting invitations here and there. Also like,
if you're an aspiring K creator, just trust me, take time. This might happen for you someday.
You've been to a lot of concerts here in Malaysia.
Yes.
Do you have like a favorite like stadium or like I don't know, like
my favorite was until now, because I've watched it at our national stadium, our national hockey stadium, Megastar Arena, Axiata Arena.
I like Axiata.
Yes, so my favorite for now is still Axiata Arena. Because one, it's air conditioned. Thank God, because Malaysia is so hot. Two, I feel like no matter where you are seated in Axiata Arena, you are still reasonably close enough to make out of what's happening on stage. Because, sometimes at the National Stadium, especially when Blackpink came, that one time at our national stadium. It was so far, I couldn't make out who was who. Half the time I was just looking at the screen. I was like, oh, okay, Jenny's singing. But it's too far, you can't really make out on what's happening on stage. And my priority when I go to concert is, I need to at least be able to see what's going on stage. That to me is worth my money.
Well, for me, your phone just zooms all the way in,
That's
and then
the
you
thing.
can see. You have a
Of course,
great.
it helps to have a Samsung Galaxy Ultra phone, but yeah, it's not here, but yeah.
Yeah, every time I see a fan cams from the concert, I'm like, did Alex really go all the way up front, or like what? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Actually, I feel they should have a system where, and I think it exists. Like somebody just goes to every single seat in every single stadium
And just
and just show the view from like wherever. Then
I
like,
think
at least
people do that.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
I've
yeah, yeah.
seen like a thing that
Yeah, they tell you
shows
like,
how-
oh, if you're buying this ticket, this is your view. Yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Even on the websites.
No. I mean, people give reviews earlier because they may have been at that arena beforehand. So the next concert, they'll be like, oh, this was my view last concert.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
in a way, they contribute.
In a way, they
quite
contribute.
well. Hey Alex, I want to get some snacks.
Okay, so Natalie, now that we've talked about all about K-pop concerts and how our experiences differ, I feel like now it's a great time to bring in someone so important that we can learn more about how these events take place in Malaysia. Because I'm sure there are a lot of other factors, rather than you just going to watch. There are a lot of other factors where how people consider bringing artists to Malaysia. And we would like to invite our LOLAsia Taepyeonim. He said to call him Taepyeonim. I think it sounds absolutely adorable. Who do we have today?
Welcome Rizal. Now Rizal, it's an honor to have you here with us today because I feel like it's very important to have you here to give us insights as to what it takes to bring a K-pop artist here, or like just in general the process of bringing artists here. Because for us as viewers or audiences, it's just like I'm just watching the show. But before we get into that, Rizal, maybe you want to say hello to the audiences.
My name is Rizal Kamal. I didn't give myself the name Taepyeonim.
But it suits him. Yes.
The Kpop fans in Malaysia, especially since I've done a couple of K-pop shows, they started calling me Taepyeonim. It's pretty cool.
It suits you very well, I
Thank
would
you.
say.
Exactly. Like when we were doing a concert together, like a fan meeting together, you can tell the fans literally identified him as, oh, that's Taepyeonim.
Taepyeonim. Oh, that's
So it's
nice.
quite-
No, I like to be close to the fans, especially with K-pop fans. It's different. It's different from other artists type of fans.
I see.
The level of commitment, the amount of love that K-pop fans give to their artists is for sure next level.
Absolutely.
But I've got to ask, because you know how K-pop fans are, right? Especially on like X or IG, they'll be like, we want this act, we want this act. But nobody bothers to ask if it's actually easy to get an artist to come. So we would like to ask our Taepyeonim today, what is the process like of actually booking a K-pop act?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The number one thing is you need to know someone in Korea.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, for sure, you can't just book someone in Korea from someone in Malaysia. Because for one thing, especially for the big artists, right?
Yeah.
They're looking at their market is global. They can tour everywhere. They can go to South America and do well. They can go to America, Europe, and of course all over Asia. So they have so many offers coming to them, like probably hundreds or not even in the thousands. People wanting them to perform here. So the Koreans want is their language because not a lot of them speak English or good. So they prefer to negotiate with someone who are local, and it's like the trusted circle around. So for you to be able to book a K-pop artist,
You gotta have a reputation.
You gotta
Rapport with
have
them.
someone bring you in within their trusted circle.
Oh, okay. So you're hearing this firsthand. Not just because you want, it doesn't mean they have to come. You have to have an actual connection in Korea for you to actually get to able to ask the artist.
And even if you get get a chance to ask, you don't know if you're the only one trying to
Yes.
suggest that or like propose that. You're also maybe fighting with 5 more other agencies. who's
Oh,
trying
for
to
sure,
fulfill that.
because a lot of the K-pop artists that are so hot, everyone wants to bring them to their own city or their own country or build a tour in a particular area, like the North American tour or the Europe tour or the Asia tour.
How do you know? Like, what do artists consider before they maybe choose, let's say, your agency to represent them?
Yeah, do you
to
know
come
like
to
the specific conditions they go
Yeah.
through? Or is it, in your opinion, possibly really about connection or something more? Like, I don't know.
Reputation,
Reputation.
and relationship. Those are the two very important things in this world. Reputation is everything because between one show to another, you as a producer, you have to show that your commitment. You have to show that you can deliver a great show, no matter what the circumstance are. Because in events, in concerts, anything and everything can go wrong.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of how you handle it at that particular moment. And when you handle it well, your reputation goes up.
Nice.
And I think for LOLAsia, I think we've done pretty well. So we are getting a lot of inroads
Yes.
to the world of K-pop. And I think we're looking at a lot of exciting things coming.
But actually, yeah, I think our
that's a bit of
viewers
spoiler.
would love to know what artists that LOLAsia has actually managed to bring till now.
For K-pop,
Yes,
we've
K-pop
brought
specifically.
specifically, of course, we've done other concerts and we've done shows for the last 15 years.
Yes.
But K-pop specifically is Ailey, which is
Ailey!
Yes, Ailey, I absolutely love
every
her.
time I say the name Ailey, I get goosebumps because
What?
it's such an amazing experience.
Such an amazing.
She's an amazing vocal, an amazing person, especially. Not every time a producer and an artist connect, but I think we really connected when she came down to Malaysia. It's not just with me, my team, and also the fans. The way the fans were at the show, the energy level. There's just so much
I
love.
loved it. I saw that she cried during the concert because she was so touched with the whole outcome and
Yeah.
the fans.
How the fans reacted, what the fans did for her.
Yeah.
I think it was a very special day for the artists and the fans. And
as well.
I am just happy to be there to experience and feel that connection.
What is like a story that you can share with us about that experience? Like maybe something that happened with Ailey or like just a story that we don't know about.
Yeah, something that the
Yeah.
viewers can hear
Yeah,
only here.
only here.
My personal
Yeah.
perspective. Okay,
Yeah.
for me,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Yes.
When we were doing the press conference, and there was maybe about 40 to 50 people in the press, and I was interviewing Ailey, asking all the questions, and she sat next to me, and she was just looking at me.
Oh,
The whole time during the interview, and hardly looking at the reporters, and she was just looking at me, and I'm like, oh my god, this woman's so pretty.
Definitely.
And the Koreans, they take a level of beauty to near perfection, and Ailey is just one of them. And for me, I was like, I blanked.
Were you like starstruck for a
Starstruck,
moment?
like blanked for a few seconds. I was like, oh my god, I'm interviewing Ailey, and she speaks so eloquently, and she's so
Yes.
pretty.
Wow.
Yeah.
This proves that Taepyeonim is also human at the end of
yeah.
the day.
At the end, he's
Yeah,
the name, but like if Ailey stares right into your soul,
Yeah, I think we would have been like,
we would have been like that, and all you did was just blank out. No,
Yeah.
that's.
professional.
Hey, before we continue, would you like any kind of?
Yeah,
snacks
actually,
around here?
this is the concept.
Yeah.
The seaweed looks good.
So I've been trying to get the seaweed out from the box for the longest time.
Natalie has been
Is there a
like,
special flavor to the seaweed?
No, it's just like
Young seaweed?
sesame.
sesame.
Let me have one.
You can have two. It's crispy seasoned seaweed.
So, we know that you do Western artists, Korean artists, but since this is a K show, of course we would like to ask you more
Yep.
on the K-related side of stuff.
Sure.
So, negotiating with Korean artists and agencies, of course it's not a bed of roses, right? A lot of viewers might think like, oh, getting an artist come is easy. Why aren't they coming? We'd like to ask you if there are any struggles you have faced, or like the most challenging part of, you know, maybe asking or working with a Korean agency, just in general.
I mean, you know, a lot of people need to understand the process. Number one, the artist must be ready to tour. The artist is not ready to tour all the time, right? They have to create a concept, have the right time, because sometimes they have to do their national service, or they some of them have their own projects, whether they're acting or you know they have other things in their personal lives. So the artist must be ready to tour. That's number one, because to tour as well, they need to create they need to refine all their dance moves, the set list, and so forth. So
And sorry to interrupt, but how long does that usually take to then get them ready to tour?
yeah, so there are artists that where we help prepare them for tour.
Okay.
Right, as an organizer, and there are also artists that has a big team, and the team will prepare them for tour, and it will take months. It will take months to prepare them for a tour. So once they are ready, I think it goes concurrently. They invite all the organizers to send offers.
Oh,
right?
So it's like okay, my artist is ready to. My artist
will be ready to tour this time or this time, and then you know, so they're accepting offers.
Right, so they're accepting offers. So now maybe like 10 different agencies will try and pitch for that tour.
Yeah.
Wow.
When they've been all over the world, you know,
see.
for the different cities and you know, different territories.
And I realized that some who come over, they're not even local agencies. So meaning maybe if LOLAsia gets like a specific tour by Ailey, for example, you would also potentially be able to cover that tour in Philippines, Singapore, So they may also be able to do that.
Yeah, I
But
mean, you
also-
know, it's always the relationship because there are well-established companies that does a lot of K-pop shows, but there are also those that does multiple types of shows. So you have to build a relationship with one particular company. Like you know, if you've been dealing with, let's say, SM artists or JYP or so forth, you know, then you have to like keep on getting from that particular group, because every relationship needs to be built.
So do you deal with the SM, JYP directly, or is there like a middle person?
Middle person.
A lot of times they are middle person. Like I said, you know, you need to get into the circle of trust.
Yeah.
Because again, it's the language, number one, and number two is you have to find a way to get closer. Yeah. But I think those who are big, like you know, the big companies like Live Nation, those guys, of course, they have a direct relationship.
I see.
Yeah, when they're booking like 50 to 100 tours.
Wow.
Yeah.
When you do have like a sort of reputation, then it's easier for you to go directly. But I guess, like you said, because the Koreans probably already have like a middle person that they trust. So they let this middle person do the filtering and like the background checks of whoever who wants to lead the tour in their respective countries.
You got it.
So it's actually a lot more complicated than just like, hey, would you like to perform in Malaysia? It goes beyond that. There are so many levels and middle person, and you asking and having a fight with everyone else that's asking. So guys, it's not that simple. Next time you comment, please bring someone. Just remember, there are a lot of works that goes into getting an act into Malaysia.
Yeah, and I also feel like a lot of people are interested now that if you actually finally brought them here, let's start from the airport. Right? Let's start from the airport.
I love it.
So-
no, I've got to ask.
Yeah.
How do fans always know when? I've always wanted to know, because I don't know. Usually when I see updates, I'm like, how do they know when is the artist arriving?
It's actually very simple.
Oh.
They fly Korean Air. Yeah.
Oh yeah, actually, that's a good thing. Oh yeah, they usually do fly Korean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the fans can expect an artist to arrive maybe 1 day or 2 days before the show. And I think there will be someone who
Like
will
a-
leak
yeah.
information as well, so they
Like a
know
whistleblower.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's so easy, but also so hard for information to leak. So and I say this only from experience of being part of an organizing team when I was younger, and you really have to trust the team that manages all the information, because like you actually do get to see their passport copies of the artists. You get to see all their personal information there that is not exposed to online.
Yeah.
So you must have a really tight team to make sure of every event company. Actually, you need to have a really tight team to make sure that doesn't leak. Because if you hire a fan, would you hire a fan to be like
Well,
No, I mean that is the best thing. You know, people who love K-pop
Yeah.
to be able to work, and we have a few that in our team. People who really love the artists and the industry. And in this world, those are the best people because they will continue to work, and they want to deliver the best for the artists and for the company and for the fans. You know?
Hey, that's a really new perspective, because when I was younger and when they did screenings for people who join a team for concerts, they had to make sure that you weren't a fan.
yeah.
to
Because
make
it's
sure
more of
that
like
you-
a boundary thing. They
Yeah,
want the artist to feel
They won't know if you would,
comfortable.
yeah, they won't know if you would jump on the artist. They won't know if you would like just,
Halfway through working.
yeah. So I think
Oh, no, I
they
mean, you know, like someone in our
Yeah.
team was a big fan of Ailey. I was like, breathe. You gotta breathe.
But at the end of the day, I'm sure some fans are professional when it comes to
Yeah.
work. Yeah.
Yeah, speaking of professionalism, have you had any artists cancel out on you?
So far, well, no, I've only done a couple of K-pop artists.
Right.
But so far, I've been lucky enough that no artists have cancelled.
Wow.
Right.
However, we've had the government pull out on permits at the last minute. So
Oh.
those kind of things happen.
Government pulling out on permits.
Yeah.
So, how does that work? So, meaning they approved, and for whatever reason that they find is not fit for a
Yeah.
Malaysian audience, they will tell you, I don't care if your artist is flying over right now, I'm gonna take away the permit.
Yeah, those kind of instances happen. For me, lucky enough, it only happened in my some of my smaller shows. It hasn't happened to any big shows. But there are instances in the industry that some of the bigger shows are affected. But not the biggest ones, obviously. But some of the medium-sized shows have been affected by the strictness of our permit system.
Wow. But so I've heard Malaysia's permit system is a lot stricter.
We're one of the strictest in the world in terms of the cultural acceptance, the type of artist that is allowed to perform.
I see.
And especially if they are leaning towards the LGBT side of
Yes.
things, we're very strict on that.
I see. Yeah, I think there are some artists, Korean artists, who already understands, like in Malaysia, when you arrive, you shouldn't be in shorts, because you do get a special route into the VIP room at the airport,
Yeah.
where you shouldn't be wearing anything that is like, I guess, revealing.
Yeah.
And revealing literally just means normal shorts or even like t-shirts.
Yeah.
People do wear it still. And I learned that it's because in that VIP room, it's the room where maybe royalties or like ministers, they will use that route to just for safety
I
to
see.
also wait till their flight comes. So in the off chance that you get to bump into these ministers or even the royalty, at least you're properly dressed.
I see.
So
wow.
I mean,
Learning
I
new
learned
things.
that from organizers. So I'm like, oh, that's why the artists, when they come, they always tell them not to be in shorts, not to be in like whatever that they feel comfortable in. So
comfortable in.
that's why they're always in like jackets. I think Payon or someone was like, oh, in Malaysia, we gotta always be in longer pants. Da, da, da. So I think it's quite good that these artists, they already know by heart like what
Yeah.
the rules are like in the country, and they respect it.
But
one thing great about Malaysia and Korea is we both have very respectful cultures. And it's not like out of the way for K artists or the Koreans to be a little bit more conservative when they come to Malaysia, because they are generally quite conservative as well in a lot of their cultural aspects. So I think it's a great match, and that's one of the reasons why K-pop is so accepted and growing so fast in Malaysia.
But as a K-pop fan, especially in Malaysia, I find it great when I think like K-pop acts come all the way here, but they are always very respectful of our customs. They try out, our local slangs. They try to dress decently or alter their costumes to make sure it adheres to Malaysian standards. It's very respectful, and I think that's something we can always expect out of K-pop acts coming. But it's like it's like not always. Is it the case always? Do K-pop acts usually adhere? I think yes.
Yeah, for sure. I think because us being all Asians as well, we understand each other very, very well. And whenever you travel to someone else's country, you try to respect and follow their norms. And actually, Malaysia is actually quite chill. To be honest, we are quite chill. But there's just certain things that you want to do and you don't want to do, especially in terms of what you wear. What you wear, you have to be a little bit more covered. And that's pretty much it.
I see.
I see.
Yeah.
I think one thing that I notice artists just get a little bit more wary about on stage is, I think all the artists will be briefed about how physical touch is not that common amongst Malaysian audiences. But any kind of touch. So they will all be notified earlier, like, hey, don't touch the fans because just for religious reasons. And so they would really try to respect that, and I think it's amazing. Just that I would always then tell the organizers, but some fans will still try and like do that, not the artists. So the artists will then now not know whether they should accept it or like
they don't know how to react to the situation.
So then, as an MC on stage, you will then need to facilitate that situation. So that one gets kind of like vague on stage when it comes to touch, because it's not like they're trying to touch them, but it's just
excited,
a handshake or whatever it is. So I find that if the fan initiates it, and then it's up to the fan.
I see.
But at least the artists are just being a little bit more wary cautious about like, okay, what I've heard about how it is like here, so they're trying to be very respectful. But then I see that they're now confused, like, oh, actually a handshake is okay. Everybody comes out and gets a handshake. So I think that's just one small thing that I feel as an MC, I try to be like, okay, try not to be too physically involved in the meeting the artist.
But I understand like the midst of seeing your idol finally after wedding, you're like, then your hand just go out automatically. But
so I'm just saying this because I don't want the fans to think that the artist is rejecting them. They're just getting a download of information. So they're just acting according to it. So it's not that they are rejecting you. They're just trying to be.
Remember, it's not always about you. There are a lot of things in life.
One thing I noticed I enjoyed seeing is when the fan comes up for a high touch or a high bye. And individually, they're all so nervous. You can see like, oh my god, I'm getting so close to the artist. It's so cute and it's so endearing. Really nice to see, and I feel that energy. And they all have to think, okay, what am I going to do? Am I going to high five? Am I going to what gestures you want to do? And because they only have like, I don't know, 3-4 seconds close with the artist. And because this is one of the things that Korean artist does, and it's just really nice to have that. For you who love the usually you've been listening to the artist for so long, and being able to have that moment with the artist is always really nice.
Are there any special requests you realize that's common amongst the Korean acts that you've brought in, like from their managers or their agencies? Is there like a specific requirement or like something that they request when they're here?
Well, there's one thing about Korean entourage is always quite big. In a small concert, it's easily 15 people. Yeah, 15 people will fly down.
And they consist of what kind of like staff?
All sorts of stuff. They have a lot of times they have their own security. One of the artists I know has what they call a body conditioner. Sometimes they bring their own barber, or barber or hairdresser. People who takes care of the clothes. People who take care of their social media. General managers of the show, technical people who come to ensure that technically everything works according to exactly the program of the show. In general, that, and of course their dancers, and if they have a band with them, the band members. So it can grow easily from, I think 13 to 15 is like for a small show, easily to like 40 or 60 or even 70 people in their entourage. Yeah. So when you fly them down, the cost of flight can be quite a bit.
Quite steep.
So, do you pay the artists to come over and the artist's deal ends there? Or does it depend on how well your tickets sell to see how much they get paid?
With the Korean artists, it's mostly the promoter or the producer who offers a fee to the artist, and the artist will just accept the X amount of fees for them to be able to come. So as a producer or promoter, we are 100% liable for everything. We make or lose money at a show. Yeah, of course, and every promoter have gone through this, where everybody in the entire ecosystem makes money, from the artists to the producers to the artists to the translators to the people in sound and light, venue, people who does all the different works. They all make money except for the promoter.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and it happens multiple times in a promoter's career. So the pressure for someone like me who owns the company to make sure we get it right is really crucial. So we have to choose the right artist, we have to choose the right time, the venue and the artist availability must match. The artist must be willing to do a little bit extra if the tickets aren't selling very well, and so forth. Yeah,
So it would suck for another competitive artist to be performing at the same time by another promoter. Like then you'll be like, oh my god, you took away the traffic that could have come to your show.
It's a normal thing. It's a very highly competitive world, the world of concerts and shows. And because everything happens like when you book an artist, it's at least 6 months. So it's 6 months to a year before the process starts. At least a year up to 6 months, and you can't foresee. So far, you can predict using your experience, how many concerts are going to happen in a particular period, but you won't actually know who's going to come when until things are announced. So it's always a risk management for us to have a risk assessment and understanding how much risk we're taking whenever we bring an artist. Hence why the love and passion for shows is very important. It keeps us going.
Wow,
So that's really a risk that you have to assess on your own to see whether it's worth it or not. But so far, I know your shows have been doing well, and I know LOLAsia does something extra for their fans each time. And that's something I learned very recently. So I realized that with shows that comes to LOLAsia, they try to let the fans have more interactions with the artists. You have like you put them into press conferences. Usually press conferences are limited to the media only, but somehow or rather in this other show that I managed to do with LOLAsia, they managed to get the fans in to sit in. So I think that's like not common at all. It's actually the first time I've seen that happen.
For us, the number one thing is for us to be able to have a great relationship with the artist management, right? So once the artist management trusts us and they know, okay, these guys can run things very well, we have to be super professional. And then they go like, okay, you want to have fans in? Okay, we trust that you can manage this, and then they allow. So the trust factor is very important, and for us to be able to build a relationship very quickly with the artist or artist management, so that we can have more interaction between the fans and artists. I think when the promoter goes the extra mile for that, everyone is happier. Everyone's happy, even the artist. The artist is happier. The fans are happier, and if with experience we manage the process step by step very well, it works out very nicely.
But that's such a technical side of things. I think me as a fan, I would like to be nice to our K fans watching. I would like to ask more about the artists that come to Malaysia, and I heard you recently had Yedam to come and had a fan meet here.
Yeah.
So I've got to ask, when idols come here to perform, like outside of their performing schedule, do they actually get to do anything they want during their free time? Do you guys manage it, or do the artists get to pick? Or like what did Yedam specific? You can, just let us know.
Every time an artist comes to Malaysia, of course, we offer them, hey, would you like to check out certain places around in KL? And then we arrange the scheduling for them, restaurants to book, places to visit. And if they say yes, let's go, at least for me as well and my staff, we get a little bit of personal time with the artists, bring them around, tell them about KL, A, B, and C. Like Yedam, we brought him to KLCC, we went a little bit of shopping.
Nice.
We brought him to Chinatown, he gets to experience certain restaurants over there. And we brought quite a few influencers to shoot with him. And as long as the artists like, okay, this looks cool, the organizer are great, they'll say yes. When you get a lot of yeses, means the artists are happy, and we just have to make sure that the environment is very controlled.
So Yedam was generally very chill and nice to work with.
He's super chill.
Wow. Heard it here first. Yeah.
You heard it here first. So he enjoyed Malaysia. He enjoyed.
For sure. He really enjoyed Malaysia. He said in his tour, Malaysia was either the best or one of the best.
Wow. We gotta cut it and put it on TikTok.
That was actually the first time I got to work with Rizal. For the Pang Yedam show. I managed to MC. And actually, when I got the call from you guys, I was very, very happy because Yedam is a guy, is a talent I watched since he was young in Kpop star.
Kpop star.
Yeah, and to watch him grow and then be such a nice, kind, chill kind of guy, it's like, whoa, he grew up well.
Yeah.
And of course, under your supervision, of course, everything was very well controlled. So I would like to congratulate you for that.
Thank you.
Yeah. LOLAsia, may more acts come. But also, on that note, before we end, Rizal, I want to know.
Yeah, it's almost at the end. But we have got to ask you one last question.
If you could bring in any of your dream K-pop artists, K-pop, okay? Do you have a wish? Do you have one person or one group in mind?
Yeah.
Well, I have a huge list. I have a huge list of artists that I want to bring.
The ultimate pick?
The ultimate is probably G-Dragon.
Wow!
G-Dragon is so hot.
Producer is like
he's burning the world. He's got the power.
Yeah.
So G-Dragon is the ultimate on my list, but he's up there.
He's
He's up
up
there.
there.
You know, it takes a lot of work to get him. But you know, I see the opportunities.
Yes.
So hopefully.
Ooh.
And you know, my daughter, she's a huge TXT fan. So you know, being able to bring TXT is great, and I like bands like aespa, because I like their AI bits. Oh, is it?
It's like, yeah, man.
Yeah.
But my list is big. You know, getting into the Kpop world, I've learned to enjoy so many different artists. So I hope to bring as many of them to Malaysia.
May LOLAsia bring in more artists for the year 2025 and so on.
Wada!
Wada! Hinga! Onga! Wada! Alright, that wraps up this episode of K-pop concerts and concerts in general.
Yes.
If you guys have any questions for Rizal, please look for him on what? What's your IG?
Handle?
Yeah, for LOLAsia is we are LOL.asia, and for me it's Riz Kamal, RYZ
Yes.
Kamal. Yeah, that's my
Now,
Amazing.
please stay tuned on all their channels to see what kind of K-pop concerts or any kind of concerts they're gonna bring to you next. Or also, if you have any requests, let him know.
Yes, or just
Alright.
comment down below on this video and we will always check it out and try to talk about it in our next episode. So in the meantime, if you really like this episode, remember to like,
Comment
share,
and
subscribe. See you
Alright.
next time.
See you next time. Bye.
Yo.